Hello everyone. Today I welcome you all in this discussion, which is a very controversial, I can say, like that, topic in this field of food, nutrition, diet, etc. So the question is carbohydrates. Are carbs really our enemies? So today I will be clarifying the doubts, myths, and how to manage the carbohydrates with a little more added on at the end of the video. So do watch the video till the end and stay tuned. Thank you. So now coming to the name carbohydrates. So carbohydrates is if you break it up into carbo and hydrates, the name will give the meaning. It is made up of carbon and water. Water means oxygen and hydrogen. So I think this basic knowledge everyone has, but still I just clarified in a simplified way by breaking the name into two parts. Secondly, why the fuss is regarding the carbohydrate? Is it present in our diet? If it is present, is it our enemy? So yes, from the long times, in the Indian context specifically, carbohydrates are very much present. It is basically the main staple of our diet. In everyone's diet, regardless of which sect of India or which community or which region, everyone takes around 55 to 60% of their daily calorie needs come basically from carbohydrates, be it rice, be it roti, be it oats, be it even if the whole dals and whole vegetables and fruits, everything is containing carbohydrate. Yes, everything do have carbohydrate. Definitely the type of carbohydrate is different. So but carbohydrate is present, and carbohydrate is the major portion in our daily meals, and it is also the major macronutrient that is supplying energy to our body. So without fail it should be included for sure. But yes, in what form or in which regard and why it is bad, what form is bad, will be definitely clarified in this video. So, to be very specific regarding why carbohydrates are so essential, you all will be surprised to know that our brain does not respond to anything except glucose, which is the simplest form of carbohydrate known. So, in case if there is severe deprivation of carbohydrates in the body, our brain will not be able to function properly. And as you all know, brain is the major operator operating all the functions that is happening in our body, consciously, unconsciously, everything. So brain needs the steady supply of glucose to it for proper functionality. You might have seen that when we are not having food, irrespective of whatever kind you are having, as I said, every food contains carbohydrate, every food contains sugar. So if you are not having a particular food or food for long period of time, you develop a dizziness, you develop little bit of weakness. It can be, it might be, and it is due to hypoglycemia state where your blood glucose levels might be falling. So long periods of starvation, excessive deprivation of carbohydrates, or might be you are fasting for long hours, something like that can lead to this problem. So that is why it is so very essential. And one thing I want to highlight is our body has a steady supply of blood glucose level throughout the entire system. So it is very important to regularly, steadily supply to maintain that normal blood glucose level stable. It should not go beyond, it should not go above 70 to 110 mg per dl. So for that you need to take carbohydrates, otherwise that supply of glucose cannot be maintained. So it is very important to include carbs in our diet, and please don't completely avoid or go on to a no carb or zero carb kind of diet owing to some food fads or food myths. So there are some common myths regarding carbohydrates and some miscommunications, misconfusions. So I want to clarify those. Primarily, to start with, carbohydrates lead to weight gain, which is not true. Carbohydrate cannot lead to weight gain as such. Rather, some of the complex carbohydrate do help in weight loss, because 100 grams of carbohydrate yields around 4 kilocalories of energy, and it is not at all responsible for your weight gain or stuff. And in a weight loss plan also, you can continue to have carbs. Secondly, if you go on a zero carb or low carb diet, you can prevent or you can avoid to be a diabetic, which is not true. After diabetes, you should monitor your carbohydrate intake, not stop it, not at all. Diabetic also need to maintain their blood sugar levels and for the bodily function, proper functioning of brain. So carbohydrates are also very much needed for them. Just we need to replace or substitute the type of carbs. Then you cannot eat carbs in the night. So it is not true. You should eat a light dinner, obviously, because post dinner we need to sleep, and obviously 2 to 3 hours gap should be there between dinner and sleeping. But there is no such prerequisition of not having carbs in the night. That is not at all true. Even having soups or salads, you are taking carbs only. Next will be, does fibers and carbs are same or they are different? Actually, fibers are a part of carbs. They are the complex carbs. So they are not different. Fibers in mostly present in all the carbs available, mostly, like be it green vegetables, be it salads, be it even whole dals also contains carbs and fibers. So everything contains carbs. Then is you cannot take carbs after an exercise. You should only focus on protein and take more protein in the diet. Yes, protein is needed, but carbs are also needed, because when you exercise, you drain off your energy. So to replenish that energy sources along with the glucose level, because glucose levels have been draining out fast due to the high level of intensity of exercises. So it's need to be replenished also. So carbs are needed, as like proteins are also needed. So I would advise a mix of both will be great. Then it will be that it is very good to take the carbohydrates in the morning, so that we can do exercise and we can burn them off. No, actually, eat the carbohydrate and immediately burning will not happen. Carbs are a very heavy macronutrient, because especially the complex carbs, obviously the complex carbs. So complex carbs need the whole day to get the digestion process completed or thing. So you cannot just burn it off immediately after exercise. It will take the whole run process to digest and to assimilate. All process will happen in its own pace, regardless of how much high intensity exercise you do. Then there is too much sugar in carbohydrate too. I don't want to take. No, sugars are refined carbs, which is a separate part, and everything contains sugar. As I already said in the name, it is carbohydrate, so it will contain some sugar, but natural sugar. What is bad for you is added sugar, or if you are having the refined things as like that. But if you are having a fruit, it contains sugar. If you are having a vegetable, it contains sugar. So it is not like that. Like if you there is too much sugar and there is no need to include carbohydrate because I just want to skip the sugar, you can't. You cannot take a thing in this available in this natural world that is devoid of sugar. So I'm just talking about avoiding the sugar that is being added directly or having it in refined form. That's it. Next will be carbohydrate makes you feel bloated, like you feel lot of gas, indigestion, irritability. I want to avoid carbs. No, carbohydrate doesn't cause you gas or bloating. If you do not have a kind of a problem like intolerance toward a particular thing like gluten or lactose, both of which are form of carbohydrate only, although gluten is a protein, or maybe IBD you are having and you are intolerant towards a specific food, you are having that, be it a carbohydrate, be it a protein, will make you bloat. But in general, carbohydrate doesn't make you bloat. So how to manage carbohydrates in this in our life or in our diet? So as I said, that refined carbohydrates are our enemies, not the complex carbs or the fibers. So they can be liberally included in our diet, but yes, excess fibers should not be taken as it has some adverse effects. Similarly, very low amount should also be, like zero carbs or something should not be there. So a balanced diet should include around 55-60% of carbohydrate, be it in the form of rice, be it in the form of rotis, atta rotis predominantly, be it in the form of oats, quinoa, these type of items, or be it in the form of a very homely dalia, millets, all this. So it should be there in all the meals of the day, regardless of the type of meal. Like it can be a very small meal like a fruit, which is also a carbohydrate. It can be a very heavy meal like lunch, where there is inclusion of rice or rotis according to person preference. So regardless of the type of food or the type of preference we have, we should be including carbohydrates. And to conclude the video, I want to say that carbs are not our enemies. Please do have them, and it is not a good idea to skip or substitute carbs with lot amount of other macronutrients or maybe some supplements or something like that. Not at all. So be it dals, be it legumes, be it milk products, to be specific, yes, milk products do contains carbohydrates. Be it whole cereals, be it bread, potatoes, anything. Obviously moderation should be there, obviously consideration of portion size should be there, and obviously it should be taken at the regular time gaps, and obviously there should be proper intake of the food, how much to take, everything should be there. But I just want to tell that please don't skip it and make it your enemy. So concluding the video, as I always say, stay healthy, stay happy, stay home, and stay safe. We'll meet soon in the next video. Thank you so much for sparing your time and watching my video.